Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of TV show reviews. This is Flash episode 2 and 3. I'm re-recording this because I screwed up. I legit just filmed it and I screwed up filming it. So here we go. I'm gonna move that so I can stop leaning over that way. There we go. Anyways, gonna die here. I watched this like 2 days ago. I was gonna film it last night after school, but I wasn't having it. It was a bad day at school. Kind of bad day today, but that's not the point. I need to get this done before I forget my thoughts and feelings on it. So, that was a really good episode. I'm very excited because I think this season is gonna be a good season. I think it's definitely heading in that way. Also, what the fuck is that? Oh, that's a fucking plastic bag. I thought that was paper. I'm like, when the fuck did I have paper in here? Anyways, back to the Flash. It was really, really good. Like I said, I'm very excited for this season. At the end of last episode, we see Harrison die, and Barry gets his powers back. I was thinking, like, is the Flash, it's not the Flash without a Harrison Wells, so they're gonna do some sort of thing. So I wasn't like, oh my god, there's gonna be no more Harrison Wells, but there was that thought of, you know, this isn't like any of the others where they've just died or left. So, I was kind of like worried just because, I don't know, Harrison Wells is just like one of those people, just, the show can't happen without him, or it can't be as good without him. So, you know, whatever. But at the end of the episode, we do see that somehow, some way, the original Harrison Wells from Earth 1, that Yerabong, that's not how to say her name, but I'm not gonna try, killed and like impersonated, was brought back from the dead, or at least that's what it seems like, because like we saw his bones and then we saw him being put back into one by like green magic pixel stuff. Yeah. So excited to see how that goes. Like, seriously, like, what the hell? How are they gonna, what? I'm so confused. I'm excited for the next episode for that. We see Caitlin and Cisco for the first time. Actually, I should say Frost, because it's not Caitlin. Frost is doing a lot better. Which is great. We also find out that Barry kinda got super speed, thinking, which is really fun, until later in the episode when he stops being Barry, because Barry has a sense of not thinking, but not really thinking something through, but acting on his emotions. And that's a big part of who Barry is and who the Flash is. So that kind of got taken away by his, you know, thinking. So we kind of see that. And then they figure out a way to get to the Mirrorverse, which is great. Except the fact that they can only rescue either Iris or Captain Singh and Cammy. You know, and Barry's all like, I want to get Iris back. Makes sense. That's the person he loves. That's not why Barry wanted to get her back. Maybe a little part of him did want to get her back because he loved her, but the main reason, because of his thinking and how it affected him, was Iris is our best way to get to Eva. We need to get her for information. basically what he said. So he kind of knocks Caitlin and Cisco out, and then he gets Iris back. She kind of seizes out and like passes out, and then he kind of, I think that switch of seeing Iris, you know, seeing Iris in the flesh and seeing her down like that and seeing like her face before she dropped, just kind of clicked something in his mind that he got so mad he kind of destroyed the, I don't really think he destroyed it, but I think he did damage the, I don't know what we're gonna call it, the big space thingy in the middle of the speed lab, and then he kind of gets knocked out. So we'll see how that is afterwards. But yeah, other than that, it was a good episode. So off to next week. Okay guys, so welcome to another week of Flash. Sorry if I'm looking over. I'm in class, but like he's muted and not showing us anything. So like I'm not gonna say anything because why would I? But if I look over, that's why. But Flash episode 3. Oh my god, this Flash season is so good so far, and I'm really glad Flash is getting back to a place where I enjoy it, because there was a good time there where I don't know, it's just the same thing over and over and over again. I do think this was supposed to be the season finale of last season. So we'll get to see if the actual new season is actually as good as this past one. So yeah, but like I said, this was a good episode. It really was. I like that we started off right where we left off. There was no gap. The only difference was like we were seeing Cisco and everyone wake up, and you know, we kind of saw them realize that Barry's fine now, but like also something happened to the machine that was giving him his speed. So that was a little, you know, whatever. Yeah, so Iris was kind of like in a coma, some sort thing, majiggy, some sort like that. You know, and when Barry destroyed a big thingy, I don't know what it's called, with that went his speed. So they were like kind of finding a new way to have him have his speed. You know, and I'm glad that it wasn't, I was kind of thinking that maybe they would go down the route that like, oh, Cisco, they know Barry's better, but they would still like yell at Barry and be mad at Barry. But they didn't, and it kind of makes more sense. They were kind of like, Barry, it's fine, it wasn't you. And, you know, Barry being Barry was like, yes, it was all me. So, you know, it's kind of different, you know, but it's fine. It's cool. It's good. So we kind of see Barry kind of break down and just walk off. Then we figured out why there was, what the like ending of the last episode was. Thank goodness, because I was wondering that, and it made sense. It wasn't one of those things where it was a stretch, but it wasn't. It made sense that the original Harrison Wells from Earth 1, which is the Earth they were on, kind of got brought back to life. Words. When all the other Harrisons were destroyed. It makes sense for Flash, and it also makes sense for that kind of world, because they said it there that Team Flash isn't Team Flash without a Harrison Wells. So, you know, they kind of went back to the original Harrison Wells. So it was kind of cool. The time travel piece was a little odd. The fact that he can just like disappear and travel in time was a little odd, but I don't know. I do think Harrison Wells will come back. I don't think this is the last time we're gonna see him. I think he will come back once in a while to help the team, just cause it's Lash, and I'm not against him coming back. So yeah, then we kind of see Joe and everyone kind of discovering that Eva's gone off the rails. And she's basically replacing everyone with her version of them. And so we find out that Cecile got replaced, and we kind of see Joe kind of struggle with that. We don't really see a lot of it, but we do kind of see him like, I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about just giving myself up because I want to be with Cecile. So, yeah, we didn't really get to see a lot of that. We did see Sue, and she's kind of off the hook. I think we might see her like once or twice more, but I don't think she's gonna be around a lot, if any more. Then the actor that plays Ralph got fired over the summer, but they had to do some kind of send off for him, so they kind of, I'm guessing it was a replaced actor. I doubt they brought the other actor, the original actor, in, but they had someone. They made it, you can tell that if you knew the person got fired, you know that it wasn't, but if you didn't know what was happening, it was a little bit of an odd send off, but that sucks if you didn't know. Because like the first time we see him, his face is like half gone. You can't see any distinct features of his. And then the next time we see him, he's in a full body outfit with a voice like changer. I mean, it's not a bad send off, because they're like, okay, cool, you were fighting crime and you kind of got hurt, therefore you're all messed up, and then to fix you, you have to be in this thing, and just the side effect is your voice changing. So yeah, I'm also really glad that they kind of did Barry Speed based on his love. He is a paragon of love, and it made sense. It always has to me, just the fact that, you know, Airbond's Speed was made from rage, Barry's would be made out of love. That's what makes Barry Barry. And we really saw that last episode. So yeah, you know, Iris woke up. I don't know if it's just because Iris has been in the Mirrorverse for a while, but I don't know, Iris was off, or that was just me, but I do think she was off. Then we kind of see the ending bit. I was very confused when they went 18 hours earlier. I'm like, why are we going back 18 hours earlier? So apparently when Barry made his Speed Force based on love, up in the sky there was 4 like lightning pieces going off in 4 different directions, and I think that will be the basis of next season. There was blue, red, green, and yellow. I haven't read any of the comic books, so I don't know if this is in the comic books. Let me know down below. But I'm very interested to see like how that plays into the villain, how that plays into maybe some new team members, you know, whatever. So yeah, that was a really good episode, I'm not gonna lie. I'm also glad that they didn't do like a big like, oh my god, we're sending you to jail. They're kind of like, this got out of hand and you are seeing that, so we're gonna let you go. if you don't mess with us. So it wasn't like a, hey, we're gonna kill you, or we're gonna send you away, send off to the season's villain, which makes sense. So anyways, that was a good episode. Make sure to follow all my social medias down below and check out all my other videos. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.